Bozic, 38 years of age, born in Slovenia, now very much Croatian. Been in with some really good operators, probably the best name on his record, Julio Cesar Vasquez. And of course, much being made of that amateur win over Carl Froch in the quarterfinals of the 2000 European Championships. An aging opponent, Richie, but one who will come to fight, and a decent opponent for DeGale.
Yeah, he'll come to fight. You know, he has 17 knockouts in his 26 victories, so he's got decent power. He's fought for the World Championship before against Dimitri Sarkison, losing in 6 rounds back in 2009. And he's also fought Arthur Abraham. So this is a boxer who has fought at world level. He's always come up short, though, Dave, at world level. It has to be said. But nevertheless, yeah, he is dangerous, and he should pose some problems for James DeGale tonight.
And now let's welcome to the ring the defending champion, James DeGale.
James DeGale could be anything. The sky, the limit for this talented boxer. Beaten, of course, by George Groves, but now very much aiming for a world title shot, which he wants this year, Richard.
Yes, he does. Going back to the George Groves fight, it was a very close fight indeed, and he was just edged out. A lot of people thought James DeGale had done enough. Very close indeed. Didn't get it, but since then he got his head down. He's won 5 on the trot, became a European champion and defended it twice. And so, you know, I've enjoyed watching him get back on track, because he's done it properly. He's concentrated, got back to his boxing, and when he does that, Dave, he's an immensely talented boxer indeed. It's just that he's got a lot of distractions. He's had a lot of distractions in his life.
And welcome to the night of championship boxing here on Channel 5. And we welcome those of you watching on Wealth TV in the United States. This bout is scheduled for 12 rounds of boxing, and it will be for the WBC Super Middle Weight Championship. Brought to you by Hennessy Sports, along with their great sponsors, Maxi Muscle, Liquid Caffeinated Water, and Modeling Network. It is sanctioned by the British Boxing Board of Control. Steward in charge is Mick Collier. Timekeeper is Peter McCann. Along with the World Boxing Council. President is Jose Suleiman. Vice President and Supervisor tonight is Bob Logis. Our 3 judges scoring on a 10-point must system will be Mark Green, John Keane, and Bella Florian. Our referee in charge, the 3rd man in the ring, will be Ian John Lewis. And now, ladies and gentlemen, live from Glow Blue Water in Kent, England, this is our main event of the evening. Introducing to you first challenger, fighting tonight out of the blue corner. He's wearing red and white and weighed in at 11 stone, 13 pounds, 6 ounces, or 167.5 pounds. Coming to us from Zagreb, Croatia, he brings a professional record of 26 wins, 6 defeats, with 17 wins coming by way of knockout. Ladies and gentlemen, here is the former world title challenger, Stjepan Bozic. And his opponent across the ring in this main event, he is the defending champion, fighting tonight out of the red corner. He's wearing purple with gold and black, and weighed in at 12 stone, or 168 pounds. Hailing from Harlesden, London, England, His record consists of 15 wins, just one defeat, with 10 of his 15 wins coming by way of knockout. Ladies and gentlemen, introducing the 2008 Olympic gold medalist and reigning WBC Super Middleweight champion, James DeGale.
I'm the referee. I spoke to you both in the dressing room. Obey my command at all times. You both know the rules. What's the heads? Keep the punches up. And when I shout break, you break clean. And remember, defend yourself at all times. Shake hands.
Well, James DeGale says that he would give Carl Froch nightmares, but tonight it's about giving Stjepan Bozic nightmares in this ring at Glow in Blue Water. This is someone that DeGale should deal with in some style, but Bozic does pose a threat. And let's see if James DeGale can produce what Tyson Fury wanted, a flashy performance, and a performance for all of us to enjoy. Little uppercut there from Bozic on the inside. The DeGale looking to make a fast start here.
Yeah, he'll want to look good here tonight, James DeGale. He had a terrific win only 3 weeks ago in Canada, didn't he? Against Sebastian Deemer's terrific knockout there in the second round. But it went relatively unnoticed because the build-up and all the hype. So the Froch catch the fight. So we want to keep the momentum going.
Oh, right hook from DeGale, followed by a left and a right to the body of Bozic. Yeah, he was brilliant against Sebastian Demers. Stopped him in the second. Looking to dominate early here behind that southpaw jab, James DeGale. Early pressure from him. Really quick start.
Yeah, I mean, Bozic, he's struggling with the southpaw style straight away. His feet, he seems to be too far away from James DeGale. He can't get quite close enough. You see there's an example there, falling short, inaccurate, because he's just not close enough. So James here just got to work with that jab and just keep the distance. And now he's starting to come through with the left hand as well. Yeah, it's a terrific start at the moment.
Yeah, this is excellent from DeGale. Softening up Bozic here. Good work to the body. And then switch back to the head. Tell you as well, Team Chunky, family and friends, make some serious noise ringside.
Slightly low there from DeGale, but he's growing in confidence the more this round goes on. Switching from southpaw to orthodox now and back to southpaw look, but again Bozic inaccurate with his work. DeGale, lovely body shots from him, and 2 or 3 of them are starting to get home and they've hurt Bozic already.
Yeah, that's the notable thing from this performance so far from DeGale. Excellent sharp work to the body of the Croatian. Bozic has to get some joy here. Give himself something that will make him believe. Another shot to the body from DeGale. Excellent opening round. Hugely convincing from James DeGale.
It's so important to make...
Well, he wants to be busy, James DeGale, as he builds towards what he hopes will be a world title shot. Out of action for a while since December, but he feels like a man who has been unleashed against Demer in Canada 3 weeks ago, and tonight against Stjepan Bozic. He's not giving this Croatian a glimmer of hope.
Yeah, well, from the first round, Davey, I mean, he's powering the shots home now because he's hurt his opponent 2 or 3 times downstairs, and you just sense that this fella Bozic may have some more success on the inside, but he's just being outworked. He's waiting far too long when he's on the inside, Bozic, and actually DeGale is preferring that type of contest in on the inside. It's good work from him.
Won his last 2 inside 2 rounds, Stjepan Bozic, and as Richie said, he fought for the world title against Dimitri Sartison 4 years ago. He is a quality operator, but James DeGale is making him look like an also-ran here at the moment.
The reach advantage here for DeGale is crucial when he's working with that jab. Bozic just cannot close that gap down. He's just too far away, falling short. He's got to do probably 1 or 2 things here. He's got to step on the gas a little bit and try and get up to DeGale and maybe push him back onto the ropes. But he's just a sitting target when it's in open spaces there in the centre of the ring.
The other thing that's changed with James DeGale is that knee injury that he was being really troubled by towards the end of last year has cleared up. We saw him here really struggle against Adila Mahmoudi, an opponent he should have put away, and he says his knee was really causing him pain. He was in agony at times, but now he feels fresh and ready to go, and you can see that here against Bozic.
See, that's what I like to see from DeGale, him working with the jab, very classy with that shot and keeping that distance and gap, taking a few risks by allowing his opponent on the inside, but I just feel that he has got so much confidence in this contest and really thinks that he can just take the shots and land those big body shots and hurt his opponent.
The uppercut there from DeGale. Speed of his work has just slowed a little in this second round. What he mustn't do is allow Bozic back into this fight because he's dominating it at the moment.
Well, we've seen in the past, haven't we, that now and again he can take too many risks on the ropes, and there he got caught with a shot. So he shouldn't really be standing there, James DeGale. He said he was going to clean up his act from these type of mistakes, but he's back into the groove, unfortunately, here. And we just see there Bozic just catching DeGale with that shot. Probably the only one he did catch him with in the round, but nevertheless it was a good punch, and let's hope that's not a sign of things to come.
Yeah, showing that he's vulnerable though, potentially showing that he can make mistakes. James DeGale here in the purple and black trunks, a man who wants to be fighting for a world title by the end of this year. Man who thinks that he could avenge that defeat against George Groves, that he could beat Carl Froch. Has to back up the talk though with performances inside the ring, and there were just 1 or 2 worrying signs in that second round on the ropes, and gets caught on the ropes rather too often for many people's liking.
He's got good variety though in his work, DeGale. Just showed me a lovely right uppercut, and again on cue.
Oh, was that low? Yeah, time out here. And he's flirted with that a couple of times already in the fight, DeGale, and Bozic now has 5 minutes if he wants.
Yeah, it was on the blind side of the referee, but I think he's done a couple of low shots. There it was there. But it was difficult for the actual referee to see the punch being landed, but I think he's landed actually a couple of low shots before that anyway. And the referee's giving Bozic the benefit of the doubt there.
Well, he's taking his time, but as I previously mentioned, he's entitled to. You just saw it there to Ian John Lewis, okay. And that cry of Chunky goes up around this arena, DeGale's childhood nickname. Now a flurry of action from DeGale. One or two of those punches got through. Slapping right there to the top of the head from DeGale, but now Bozic responds.
Yep, it's turning out to be a cracker, this one. DeGale there going through the gears, but a good reply from Bozic.
And there is always that suspicion and accusation at DeGale that his punches don't hurt enough. Is it a case that Bozic feels that he's felt his power and now can respond with power of his own? Too early to really say that, but Bozic more in this now in round 3 than he was certainly in the opening round.
The tactic from Bozic is playing as simple as it. He's keeping the guard high, he's trying to block them on the elbows and the arms, and then he's waiting for his opportunity.
And he feels that he always will get that opportunity against DeGale. That's the point. Sometimes sloppy, paying for it a little here.
DeGale is dominating though, Dave, no question, but he has to put a little bit more into the shots and try and force the stoppage, because he's clearly outclassing his opponent here, but he's just allowing his opponent to recover, and if he recovers then he's going to gain in confidence, is Bozic.
Oh, he's dominating all right, but does he do enough when he's dominating to put his man away? Intriguing stuff here at the end of round 3. Bozic taunting his opponent here. Of course, a lot of that will be empty bravado, but here he comes again, the man from Croatia. So James DeGale won the opening 3 rounds here against Stjepan Bozic, but what looked like it might be quite a short night's work, a minute into the fight, looks a little more interesting, Richie Woodall.
Yeah, DeGale has dominated up to now, but he's just allowed his opponent to come back and gain a little bit of confidence here and there, and he's starting now to take the shots.
That's good from DeGale.
Good work.
Looping left, followed by the left to the body. When he ups the pace, he looks devastating, DeGale, but back comes Bozic. Confidence to land that combination there. Bozic, remember, 38 years of age, been around, fought for a world title. Nothing necessarily to throw him off his stride here. DeGale caught him there as he came in. Bozic vulnerable to that uppercut, and Ian John Lewis says keep it up again, and Bozic walks away to the corner and he calls a timeout.
Yeah, and DeGale's got to watch what he's doing here, because he'll have a point deducted. I mean, he's thrown 3 or 4 low shots, and yet the referee's telling him he's got to keep them up.
There it is again. Well, how many warnings before he gets a point deducted? Good left there from DeGale, and flashy work from DeGale, putting Bozic under pressure. Did really well to switch to the body. Bozic trying to fight back here.
Yeah, going through the gears again there, James DeGale. Great stuff. But then just allows his man back in. There are flashes of brilliance from James DeGale, and yet, you know, he just takes a left up there, just because he's got his head down, his lead hand very low, he just takes a silly shot.
Bozic with a big swinging right there, and has a smile to himself, the Croatian, because of the distance by which he missed. It's not just flashes of brilliance from DeGale, it sometimes feels like flashes and pockets of work rate as well. Works incredibly at pace and then lets his pace drop. Better there, he picked a couple of shots, took his time there, DeGale.
Yeah, planted his feet there and put a couple of power punches in. But that's where he doesn't need to be, Dave. He's got to get off those ropes, stay in the centre of the ring and try and box at range. It's difficult with a man who keeps coming forward, who's persistent. And this fella's dangerous.
Again, seasoned DeGale watchers would say he spends far too much time on the ropes. He'd better keep those punches up as well, because there was another one there that was mighty close to being low. DeGale is dominating. Hard to make a case to give Bozic a round here, but he's still in there. That's good from DeGale though at the end of round 4. Well, real drama here at the Glow in Bluewater. The Bozic corner has pulled their man out here. The doctor might have had a look as well, but that was really dramatic, Richie.
Dramatic, I'll tell you, it's a bit of a mystery. I don't know what is actually wrong with him, whether it's his hand, his rib, I don't know. Remember, there's a couple of low shots that went in, but I think it is a hand problem. Well, I'm presuming anyway. I don't really know, but it's a complete mystery, to be quite honest, why he's been pulled out. Well,
against Arthur Abraham, he suffered a hand injury after the second round, and there is history of that happening. We'll try and get to the bottom of that straight away. Ian John Lewis is explaining it to our Master of Ceremonies, Thomas Treiber. It's an unsatisfactory ending to what was turning into not a gigantic test for DeGale, but an interesting one nonetheless.
Yeah, because Bozic was starting to gain a little bit of confidence, but the last 20 or 30 seconds of the last round, then he was being totally outboxed. Whether he came back to the corner and just didn't fancy it, I don't know. But if he's injured, then fair play, he shouldn't continue, because DeGale was putting some heavier shots together, but it is a bit of a mystery why he has been pulled out.
Well, he's got that cold press against his head at the moment. Big bruising on the side of his face. He's standing right up in front of us here, but we are still guessing to a certain extent.
It'll make a big difference.
And we wait now for our MC Thomas Treiber.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 4 completed rounds of boxing, the blue corner advises our referee in charge, Ian John Lewis, to stop the contest. Therefore, your winner by way of technical knockout and still WBC Silver Super Middleweight Champion, James DeGale.
So James DeGale retains his WBC Silver Super Middleweight title. Much, much more to come from Blue Water here. Explanations too after a very short break.